record on this. All righty. All right, everyone. Welcome to the June edition of the Light DAO Town Hall, where we kind of share all the global community updates and share some initiatives and exchange ideas. I'm excited that we have kind of many continents dialing in here. Mostly, I think, North America and some Europe, and maybe very little in Europe, and some Australia and Asia. So good to have everyone here. I think we're probably too many to do kind of a round table intro, right? Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, usually if it's like a little bit of a smaller turnout, like 15, 20 people, we can kind of go around and everyone can give like a short intro on who they are. But I think with 47 people now in the room, it's too many. So I'm just gonna kind of start giving an overview. And if anybody has a question or a comment or something that they want to discuss on the topic that's being shared, then please use like the hand raise gesture or write in the chat, and we'll do our best to raise that topic and have a conversation around it. So I'm gonna do a screen share right now. Do share my screen. Okay. So welcome everybody again. Whoops, did I just? Yep. All right, so this is the agenda. There's a lot on here. I'm gonna give a quick update on what Light DAO is about, the latest updates. We're gonna, share some of our recent gatherings, our upcoming schedule, talking about new initiatives around the gatherings, our investment program, investment opportunities. We have a few people that have investment opportunities to share those. Alex, who's on the call, will be sharing about PrimeVax. We actually have the founder of that on here as well. The annual retreat, lighthouses around the world, some DAO owner highlights, some of the mastermind teams we have, some of our ambassadors on this call as well. They'll get an opportunity to share about what's happening in their cities, and then DAO ownership towards the end. Without further ado, continue. So for those that are new, really the core mission of Light DAO is to bring abundance for all of humanity. I had a personal transformational experience of enlightenment that was a trigger for me to want to start the foundation to bring abundance for all. We align purpose and values with passion, and that generates profit. I also say that we expand consciousness, the collective consciousness. If you don't mind being on mute, so we can minimize background noise, appreciate that. Yeah, so bringing enlightenment, expanding consciousness, and developing values-aligned relationships. So we're here to co-create a thriving, regenerative future for humanity. So that's the kind of very, very quick overview on Light DAO. Just kind of some high-level updates. We've grown the community now to over 1,500 conscious investors and entrepreneurs around the world. We've now hosted gatherings in 11 or 12 cities: LA, SF, New York, Dubai, Taipei, Puerto Rico, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Jakarta, Shanghai, Milan. And we continue to expand the network globally. So whenever any of us travel, we will likely have a family to call home and people that we can do life with, do business with, and exchange ideas. In all the cities that we're in, we host regular gatherings. We have virtual masterminds. We'll share a little bit more about a lot of these kind of activities and things that we have coming up. But just wanted to, share a little bit about those high-level global numbers. So this is a quick kind of overview of the types of gatherings and speakers that we have. We had our inaugural Sydney gathering with Tom Cronin. We had a conversation around moving from me to we. That was in Sydney. In New York, we had Lily Rogowski, who's a partner at Atypical Ventures, and the theme there of investing in empathy. In Dubai, we had Marina, who's a co-founder of a few projects and was a managing director of Walt Disney, I think I forget which region, it might have even been like Russia or the Middle East. In Jakarta, Indonesia, we had a third generation family office investor, Juchito, who runs a lot of energy projects throughout Indonesia. His family is now working on developing a more sustainable regenerative energy kind of transformation throughout the country. We had a Web3 consciousness conversation in Milan just a couple weeks ago. Cameron Colby in New York again. Myself, Jason, Wendy in Taipei and Shanghai talking about global unity. Jeremy Nixon at the AGI House in San Francisco. With Ruby, who's on this call, our SF chapter lead, and also my co-founder. So just to give everyone here an idea of who we're bringing to the table in the room in all of our salons and gatherings around the world. Just to share a little bit about what's coming up. And our schedules continue to evolve. Things come into the calendar, sometimes just a week in advance or a couple weeks in advance. But these are some things that are currently in the calendar. We have a salon tomorrow night in LA, Reimagining the Future. Also next week with a Dow owner social in LA as well on gross national happiness and Bhutanese culture. In Melbourne, we have human-centered AI. I'll give an opportunity for Magnus, who's on the call, to share a little bit about what's happening in Melbourne coming up. And then we have other Light DAO salons coming up in kind of every city. So the programming continues to evolve as we grow and have more partners that want to facilitate conversation. Some new gathering initiatives, and would love kind of feedback from the community on some of these. So we're starting to really invest in building community and also empowering DAO owners in the community that want to initiate any gatherings. We will compensate and provide budget to host, whether it's a potluck dinner to bring community together, or it's a mixer in a new city that we might not be in right now, or it's a salon, whatever it might be, whether it's a city that we're already in, or it's a new city that people want to bring together community, Light DAO will invest in that. And we generally want to do that with a DAO owner taking that lead. So we will invest and compensate the DAO owner in cash and or tokens to help facilitate gatherings around the world. So if anybody wants to step into that role in any capacity, I will invest and the Light DAO will invest in that. We're also planning a new initiative for our salons to be live streamed globally. So it's not just an opportunity for the people that are present at the salon to be in attendance, but it can also be a live virtual stream where people can dial in and be active virtually, and also have some sort of Q&A as well at a virtual level. So I'm speaking with our Taipei ambassador and chapter lead, Jason, about this, but if there's others that are interested in helping facilitate and kind of live stream conversations globally, we think that the content that we're having and curating is something that needs to be heard at a global level. So if anybody's in media or broadcasts of some sort, or wants to be a facilitator of the technology that can help bring these conversations live and streamed, these are initiatives that we're really interested in. And then we're also planning a global consciousness summit at Davos. That starts, I think, January 20th. So there's a side summit that LightDAO is having conversations with a handful of people to implement a kind of side events and a mini kind of conference during Davos in Switzerland. We're kind of using this language, Global Consciousness Summit, as that. So that it would be a combination of culture, music, wellness, from sound baths to meditation to intellectual stimulating conversations with thought leaders in the community. So if anybody here is interested in being a co-creator, whether it's wanting to be somebody on a panel or somebody to be highlighted, or has some interest in activating a part of that during Davos, that would also be interesting. Please feel free to reach out to me directly. If there's anybody that wants to have a conversation of any of these, we could talk about them. I see Tony saying live streaming online content. Yeah, would be great to have that conversation, Tony. Thank you for the live streaming. I'll take a quick pause here, for 30 seconds. Anything that anybody wants to discuss or has a question on anything I've shared so far?
I just think it's really great that we're moving into the online space. I think that's going to be fantastic for LightDAO and super excited for it.
Awesome, brother. Thank you. Cool. So I'll continue to move forward. So some might be interested to learn how our investment program works. So we have an investment process for DAO owners. DAO owners, for those that might not be aware, are those that have purchased the Light currency, which we call Light tokens. So anybody who is a DAO owner can submit an opportunity for investment. And as I mentioned, right now, out of the global network, there's over 500 investors. So as of right now, myself and Mario review investment applications. And then based on those investment applications, we share, we advise, we support, we highlight them. These companies are going to have an opportunity to share their opportunity with us here in a few minutes.
You might get the car.
Whoever is speaking, can you please be on mute? I think Jaya, I'm going to put you on mute, Jaya. So if you wanted to come back and speak at some point, you can unmute yourself. So anybody can submit an opportunity as long as you're a DAO owner. We review those, and then we perform spotlights and share that opportunity with the investor network. And if we have enough support, then we'll put together an SPV and make that investment. And we're actually going to talk about one of those opportunities in a few minutes. With that said, we actually have a few of the companies that have submitted investment opportunities. So I'm going to give a minute each. For those that are on the call, I'm going to name you now. So if you're here, please provide the 1 minute overview. So we'll start with Dennis at Apotheca. Dennis, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. So the founder of Apotheca Systems, SaaS Web3 company. Our focus area is around personal identity, data security, around cybersecurity, data interoperability, moving data from point A to point B, and also viability of data. So we're industry agnostic. right now we're focusing on healthcare. We're looking at also sports and media. So those are our baseline use cases, and depending on what you need, we build on top of those use cases. We're doing our seed raise right now, 2.5 to 5 mil. That's about it.
Yeah, so maybe Dennis, you can also share kind of, you have a big pilot customer on board, and maybe you can give a quick overview of how that works.
Yeah, so we have a pilot customer on board. Most of you might be familiar with electronic medical record systems, and that is Athena Health. So we're able to do an integration end-to-end, meaning like mapping the entire patient journey from the time they get into the hospital or clinical setting, seeing their physician, lab, payments, revenue cycle, working with the insurance companies. So that entire process in terms of onboarding to exit of a patient, it's all on the blockchain. So we layered AI on top of that in terms of analytical processes, validation process of a patient, and also smart contracts in terms of sharing data and also privacy management around HIPAA, GDPR, and other laws regarding data sharing as well. So that is ongoing, and we are hoping to onboard additional potential clients. We're in talks with Oracle as well, because they acquired Sana, which is also in the healthcare space. So healthcare, we're there, but we're also starting to look at
I'm gonna cut you off there because we have a lot, but thank you. We're gonna share more about your opportunity with others in the network. So thank you. Aaron, are you on here? Aaron Malone? Okay. Justin, you on here?
Right here.
Awesome, brother. You want to give your overview?
Yeah, super quickly. I'm the founder of Junk Theory. It's the first skincare line to be packaged entirely in metal. Beauty industry is a category that produces about 100 billion pieces of plastic packaging every year. I just thought, as in terms of clean beauty, people that were seeking clean formulas also cared about sustainability. And there was literally no offering in the entire category other than basically metal or glass with, plastic or glass with metal. With plastic. So Junk Theory is the first skincare line to be packaged entirely in metal, the most recycled material on earth. You could use our products every day for 25 years and still have a smaller plastic footprint than if you had bought a single competitive product packaged in plastic. We launched with 3 formulas last year. Daily stuff that's used every day: moisturizer, overnight treatment, and a cleanser. Which have been winning awards in our category all over the place. Our moisturizer just won New Beauty's Best Moisturizer of the Year, and Mary Claire called us Best Beauty Launch of 2023. We have over 400 customers, over 1,000 followers on IG. We've done all of this without spending a penny on paid ads. In the last month, we've had 6 marketplaces, retailers reach out to us saying they're interested in carrying our brand, so really excited about that. And just finally, our repeat purchase rate, which is a real measure of the formulas, is more than double the industry average right now. So we have a 41% repeat purchase rate. And as of last month, we are cash flow positive. And again, all of this done without spending a penny on ads. This isn't my first rodeo. My last company, Yubi, was a social enterprise, created school supplies on a one-for-one giving model. We've done over 200 million in sales with Yubi, while providing over 7 million kids in the US with free sets of school supplies. We're raising, we have about 250 left in the round. I've raised about 800,000, and yeah, we have about 250,000 left for angels. It's done on a safe. So yeah, Junk Theory.
We'll share your opportunity as well with the network.
Amazing.
Mike Chang, are you on here?
Yep. Hey guys. Hey Payam. Hey Lightdao fam. Michael here. I am the co-founder at Hodl.money. Ex-TradFi trader turned entrepreneur, 3 times founder previously. Done stuff with hardware, mobile gaming, and more recently on-chain and DeFi. My co-founder Marcel, ex-big tech engineer, Apple, Google, and Robinhood. We're on a mission to make leverage less risky and help onboard a new wave of investors in crypto. Our product, Hodl the Money, allows you to take leverage positions in ETH with no liquidation, expiration, or funding rates. TLDR, essentially, we're just helping folks who believe in crypto, are long ETH or Bitcoin or any crypto, and essentially without fear of liquidations. You essentially get to double down and earn more as the price goes up. You get to hodl and you get to get paid for hodling. So right now we just launched on ETH mainnet, and we will be a day one launch partner for Bearchain to build price lock derivatives for their ecosystem. We're currently seeking $1 million round in our pre-seed, and we have few Grab Paper Capital, Honeyjar, a few other DeFi founders as investors, and planning to close around soon.
Thanks, brother. And we'll share your opportunity as well. Rohan, are you on here?
I am.
Awesome, brother. You want to
Okay.
talk about Traffic Monster for a minute?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me as well. So we're trying to solve a problem that every single one of us here face, which is really you've created a company, you have a brand. Now, how do you get people to know about it? How do you get traffic? How do you get leads? It's a problem that we all face, and we built this because we were facing the same problem last year with some different AI products that we built, and we just decided to solve the problem for ourselves, and it turns out that we're solving it for a lot of people. So what Traffic Monster does is we're really taking what marketers does, which is using AI to figure out what your position should be in the market. We're doing what content creators do, which is how to build really effective, high quality content, in the case of blogs and others, and what SEO people do, which is how to get the right keywords and how they do SEO. So we do all of that. You click one button and we take care of all of that within a couple of minutes. Within the first 12 months, we'll have created over 1,000 blogs and content and AI agents for you. And the whole value of that is that they're going to create online visibility for you automatically. You have nothing to do. Create traffic, create leads, and help you to pump up your sales. So that's what Traffic Monster does. We do have customers. We do have sales. We launched a month ago. We're releasing the second version this week as well.
Awesome. I've been a alpha customer of Code Genie or Traffic Monster, and it's a great tool. So I'm looking forward to all the progress you make.
Thank you.
Awesome. So next we're gonna share about PrimeVax. Tony is the founder is on here. Alex Holt, are you on here as well? I know
Yep,
Alex.
I'm here.
Alex. So PrimeVax is our showcase. Myself and Mario on our investment committee are investing, and also Alex, who's about to speak to it, is doing the diligence as the lead VC. So Alex, do you want to share a little bit about PrimeVax?
Yeah, sure. You guys can hear me?
I can hear you great.
Great, awesome. It's a pleasure to be here and as a member of the LightDAO community and to be talking about PrimeVax. It's an awesome potential in brackets. We believe, strong word, that it could be a cure for cancer, and starting with one treatment-resistant type of cancer. Our team, we have a medical team here at Limitless Ventures, which we use to vet deals, and we're deep in the diligence, and we actually had them on Monday to do some diligence, and we think this is very compelling. There's a bunch more work to do. We got to still keep peeling back the onion a little bit, but we expect to have a memo out in the next 30 days, maybe 45 days if we're slow, that we would love to share with our community, and I think that this is very compelling. And Tony has done a great job. We're very impressed with him. He's been very prudent, spends very little money. In fact, he sold his house to make this happen. So, I couldn't be more impressed with him and his team and what he's doing. And if you guys want to talk more about it, happy to spend some time one-on-one.
Great, thank you. And yeah, Tony is also on this call, or he has been, and he's also our Puerto Rico chapter lead. He was gracious enough to host me at his place, and we hosted a salon there not too long ago, and we're getting the Puerto Rico chapter off the ground more and more. So I'm really excited about Tony's opportunity here. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about a community social impact program that we're looking to launch. And Ruby, I think you were going to speak to this if you're still here.
Yes, I am. Hi, everyone. So someone just brought up recently, one of our values, what LightDAO is about is we're a value-based community. That is our glue, and that makes us unique. That, our community is all about conscious entrepreneurship and leadership, and also social impact and personal growth. So we're going to be starting this program called Community Social Impact Program, where once a month, we're going to choose a project that each of us can invest $25 into. All right. Probably a lot of you are familiar with Kiva because they're really well known. They raise about $2 million every week based on $20 donations. So we're going to make it really fun. We'll have 3 DAO owners do the research on what they would like to present to the community. And the community will vote and choose one. And then, each of us, whoever would like to, would donate $25 or however many. So that would be open to all DAO owners, all our community. And let's also bring in our friends and family to support these amazing social impact projects. So Kiva is a microcredit site, and they literally support entrepreneurs all around the world and in the US who need small microcredit donations. It'd be like, okay, they need $500 to buy herd of cows, or they need like $2,000 to rehabilitate a building. So this is a fun project, and we'd like to get everybody involved. So this is a way that we as a community can make a bit of a social impact on our own, and for us to be able to, select a project. So I've been on Kiva for a while, really love them. They are really well respected. So you'll be hearing more about this very soon. And so DAO owners will be asking who would like to be part of the 3-person committee each month, be changing every month. So this gives you an opportunity to work with a couple other DAO owners to select and, be the advocate for a particular small microcredit entrepreneur somewhere around the globe.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to get this initiative off the ground. And yeah, if anybody has projects that are looking for kind of some level of crowdfunding support, you can share it with myself and others. If you think they're good things that we should look at as a community, we're always open to that. So thank you, Ruby. So I'm gonna be sharing more details about some of the speakers and some of the other things that we're gonna be doing for our annual retreat. This is November 7th to 10th in Dominican Republic. We're planning an investor circle and spotlights, and we're also gonna have DJs, and we're gonna have kind of like a boat cruise. So there's going to be a lot of fun and activities, and also opportunity to connect deeper with the community, and also have more intentional kind of circles based on various industries and interests, and also for investors to get together in the network. So this is going to just be an opportunity over 3 days in a beautiful resort in Samana, Dominican Republic. It's just going to be a combination of a lot of fun, relaxation, connection, intellectual stimulation and conversation, and just getting to know each other at a deeper level so we can actually get to know people in our global community. Since we've grown a lot across chapters around the world, from Europe to Asia, Southeast Asia, North America, Central America. We're literally a very, very large global community. And so this is kind of like that once a year opportunity for those that are interested to meet in a destination so we can actually connect with one another in person. And we are also, from an initiative standpoint, wanting people that want to co-create. So one of the things is for those that, and I'm working with the planning team right now, but for those that are interested in being highlighted or being part of a panel conversation or a speaker or have an offering that they want to do to cultivate something during this, please reach out to me. And we can get you into the programming. So if you kind of step up earlier from a sign up, if you sign up earlier, you can also have an opportunity to be highlighted in some capacity during the retreat. So please feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in that. Had Naomi saying, I'm more than happy to help. I don't know if that's related to this or something else, but that'd be great. To share a little bit about the Lighthouse program, we are, I kind of put my house in Beverly Hills as the first lighthouse a few months ago, where people can stay and use their tokens. So a lot of people that are new to kind of DAO as a concept, we have this currency that you accrue the more you're in co-creation with the community, whether that's bringing a guest to a gathering, or it's helping host a potluck dinner for the community, or it's being a curator or facilitator of a salon, being a speaker, anything like that, where it's in co-creation with co-hosting an event, whatever it might be, you're accruing tokens. And then tokens can also be used to stay at lighthouses around the world. So right now we have 4 lighthouses in the network. So myself in LA, Hannah also in LA, she's making her space available for females, Summer and Christina in Australia. So people can use their tokens to stay at these houses. It's like a community Airbnb. And so if anybody is in the network is also interested in making their home available or has a room for the community, it's also a good way to get to know people in the community. This is an offering that we have available. Any questions, comments, thoughts, anything that anybody has up until now? Happy to have a conversation. We can also have like 5-10 minutes at the end to have like a kind of a Q&A and open dialogue. If there's any shy ones in the room. Kat in Sydney, amazing. Kat, I think it's the Kat I'm thinking of that just joined us as our Sydney chapter lead. We'll actually have, I think one of our next slides is on that. So recent DAO owner highlights, just to name a few people that, recently, there's more than this, but just to highlight a few. Jasmine is a co-founder of LaFemme Powell. She does a lot of stuff around fashion. I'm actually excited. She's hosting an event in Fashion Week in the next coming couple months in New York. So Light DAO is going to be partnering with her on a New York Fashion Week event. So that'll be fun. Ricardo, him and his family started hotel chain in Portugal. Very unfortunate, he had an accident, so he's just coming out of the hospital in Lisbon or somewhere in Portugal. So I'm sending all my love and energy for him to heal. We actually had to postpone our Lisbon chapter launch because of the accident that he had. Andy is a partner of a private equity fund. He invests in a lot of sustainable energy projects out of Asia. He's out of our Taipei chapter, and Andy's going to be spending some time in Japan. So we're actually talking about now launching our Tokyo chapter, with Andy being a facilitator and ambassador for that. Alfie joined us out of our LA chapter and has a cool company, Defend Nature, kind of a metaverse. comic kind of company. Nikki is part of the Angel Network at Bay Angels and is a community lead and guru in the SF area. Elliot is manages over $1 billion in money. He runs a wealth management fund, and he actually actively manages and allocates capital for the families that he helps manage. He's out of our SF chapter. Dave is a serial entrepreneur and investor. He's an LP in a venture fund. He's out of our Puerto Rico chapter. I need to connect with Dave more to get more out of our Puerto Rico chapter. And Simon also recently joined us out of our SF chapter. He's building some innovative technology in the education space, and myself and Jay, who's another DAO owner in education, are working together on developing some of that education curriculum and technology. We also have our mastermind teams. So these are peer support groups that are very focused on very intentional conversations. So these are groups of 4 or 5 mastermind teams that go into very specific topics of conversation. So we also help curate these groups based on that interest or that topic. So these are ones that are currently active, and there's a few more that are going to be launching soon. So Gina leads our mastermind on building and growing communities. Marcello leads our mastermind on crypto and blockchain. Eric leads a mastermind on rethinking profit and sustainability. Summer, who's our one of our Australia ambassadors and helps spearhead Australia, is leading a mastermind on female founders and investors. Patricio is leading our mastermind on business as a spiritual practice. And Sophie leads our mastermind on go-to-market strategies and getting your first 10 customers.
Yes, if any DAO owner would like to initiate a new mastermind team, contact me. And there's going to be something coming out very soon about openings in these. All right. There's going to be, so look out for within the next week or so, which will be introducing the ones that are open. All right, everybody, if you're interested in any of these, let me know, or any of these people know. And then, like I said, if you're interested in, if you'd like to find out what it takes to initiate a team, I'd be happy to share that with you.
Hannah just asked how to join. So in our portal, there's a place,
Who
but
just asked? Who
Hannah,
just asked how to, what?
Hannah asked how to join.
Okay, reach out to me, okay?
She says, yeah, she's actually right next to me. She'll reach out to you, Ruby. Awesome. So we have a handful of our ambassadors on this call. Would love to hear from you for like a minute or so. For those that might be on the call, I think Ruby is leading our Ruby, do you want to say anything about our SF chapter?
Yeah, our 2 things I want to announce, all right? Our next one is going to be back at the AGI Hacker House. People love that. It's a beautiful place, and AGI, San Francisco AGI Hacker House, has been in newspapers and magazines, is really famous. And the topic is really exciting. It's BCI, brain computer interface. And it's going to be about how that kind of AI with the brain computer interface is literally going to heal emotional well-being for humanity. All right. So that's going to be very interesting, given, who we are. We're all about conscious elevation of consciousness. So July 25th.
Amazing. I know our unit is in Turkey right now, so she's in bed. Myself, I already mentioned we have a few things coming up over the next few weeks here in LA. We also have a lighthouse night on July 12th. That's more of like a nighttime hangout party. Dubai, it's also middle of the night. So I know Marcello already said he can't join. I'm not sure if Pratam's on here. Steve Plummer, I'm not sure if you're on here. Are you here, Steve, by any chance? Okay, Steve's not here. Kat, are you here in Sydney?
Hi there. Yeah, I am. How
Hi,
are
Kat.
you?
Amazing. Good to have you. Maybe Kat, since this is your first town hall as our official ambassador in Sydney, maybe you can give a quick 1-minute intro on yourself and why you're excited and kind of how you're feeling about Sydney as a chapter.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for that. Yeah, so my background, I've been a serial entrepreneur for almost 25 years now and been across so many different industries and I guess really landing in the space between emergent technology, socioecology, and ancient wisdom, and how we actually mesh this concept of ancient wisdom, modern science, and connection to create an elevated consciousness on the planet and embed the best of all our human characteristics into technology, which feels very aligned with everyone here. Really excited about bringing some very crafted and deep opportunities for connection in different ways into the Sydney community and in different places throughout New South Wales, and looking at our first event coming up on the 26th of July. It's not up on the platform yet. It will be by the end of the day, but hosting that on the Lower North Shore in Sydney, very close to where we had our first event last month. And the topic will be conscious consumerism.
Amazing. It's amazing. Thank you, Kat. Jason, are you on here by any chance? Jason Ho in Taipei? Okay. Summer, are you on here? Okay. Tony, I think is on here. Tony, you on here?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Puerto Rico representing.
Puerto Rico representing. Yeah, we were you just messaged about having our next gathering in Puerto Rico. I mentioned Dave. So maybe Tony, Tony's also the founder of PrimeVax, who we showcased a bit earlier. Maybe Tony, you can spend a minute sharing about you and Puerto Rico and what you're thinking and feeling for an upcoming gathering in Puerto Rico.
Absolutely. So just by way of background for everybody, I'm an economist by education. I'm a strategy consultant by profession for about 8 years, launching drugs on behalf of pharma companies. Last 9 years went into the entrepreneur world, co-founded PrimeVax as a cancer biotech business. Thank you very much, Alex Holt, for giving us a little spotlight. Super blessed and super grateful to you. Took the cancer drug from idea stage through to human clinical trial stage, got 21 humans treated so far, with $5 million raised and spent in total. Last 3 years, co-founded a video game tournament software business because cancer is a very dark place, and I said I needed something fun in addition to the removing negatives from the world. And then really at the start of earlier this year, Payam and I started having a conversation around hosting Light DAO events in Puerto Rico. So I'm very happy to volunteer my space. I have a 3-story penthouse to host another event as a follow-up, perhaps in July if schedules work out. Would definitely be excited to connect with Dave. I know that Ali Jamal in Puerto Rico also mentioned there might be some interest there. So I think a couple of us coming together to form, like a locus for the next event would be absolutely phenomenal. And it'll really just be, a repeat of the same thing, perhaps with a different theme. The last time that we had it back in a couple of months ago when I hosted Payam in Puerto Rico as well, we had the esteemed, what was that gentleman's name? Oh gosh, Ayn Rand Institute. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm blanking on his name. Yaron Brooks. That's right. Yaron is the chairman of the Ayn Rand Institute, the philosophy of objectivism. And so he was the speaker for us that evening. It was a very cool evening, hotly debated of a talking session. It was very, very neat. Looking to do something similar again for the next one in Puerto Rico. So those of you guys who want to stop on by in the heat of the summer in Puerto Rico, we'd be glad to have you.
Thank you, brother.
Much love.
Much love. Is Wendy here by any chance and from China? Okay. And Christina in Brisbane.
Hello.
Hi, Christina. You want to give a quick intro on yourself and what's cooking in Brisbane?
Sure thing. Hello, everyone. I'm Christina. I ran my first, launched in, was it at the end of June? Looking at running the next event at the start of August. Haven't finalized that as yet. But as for me, I've been in the entrepreneurial space for 30 years, had a marketing agency. Right now, my focus is high purpose movement, and it's a movement designed to connect purpose-driven founders with their higher purpose and build purpose-driven companies, and at the same time expand their consciousness in the process. I've also got a consciousness expansion clinic, and I host the events from I live in a converted church, so the energies are beautiful here. So really looking forward to bringing more people into this environment for the Light Down events.
Yeah, and Christina was super gracious and hosted me at her converted church into a home, which was a fascinating experience to walk into a converted church into a home. It was really, really beautiful. So thank you for sharing your space and hosting us. And I'm excited for growing the Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast area together.
Yeah,
So thank you, Christina.
my pleasure.
So one thing to highlight here that Ruby and I just kind of had a conversation around from a DAO owner standpoint is starting to do these private circles with the salon speakers for the first like 30 to 45 minutes of each salon. Is we generally have a lot of very high profile people as speakers for our salons. And so we're thinking of or planning on launching this private circle session for the first 30 to 45 minutes of the salon, where it's typically just kind of like intro, like coming in and kind of more random, networking, connecting with people while people are walking in. That segment of the salon becomes a private circle with the guest speaker. So our DAO owners also have an opportunity to have a deeper potential one-on-one or kind of more intimate setting to connect not just with each other but also with the guest speaker. So I will run through all these points here, but DAO owners are again the people that are purchasing the Light currency. They can attend all the global gatherings. They can initiate and join mastermind teams. They can submit investment opportunities. We have a DAO owner. We have the retreat and all of that. So all the benefits are here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to me on what it means to be a DAO owner. And then the price of that is either $112 a month.
Hello, this is Celeste.
And yearly that's $11.23. So it's $112 a month.
How's it going?
And then there's all these ways that you can accrue tokens. So if you connect people, so if you bring guests, if you help facilitate gatherings, if you are kind of host, you have a space available like Christina in Brisbane. If you actually have a lighthouse where people can stay there, if you want to lead a virtual gathering or a virtual mastermind, or helping even launch a city or being a chapter lead. So you receive tokens, and we also provide cash compensation for people. So it's kind of like this energy exchange of putting money in and receiving money in cash and tokens back. And the entity, again, is a nonprofit. So all the money that goes into the Light DAO Foundation is only always reinvested eternally back into the mission and the expansion of the community. So every dollar is helping us grow globally and building this global network of conscious leaders. So that's kind of the end of this kind of the presentation. We have 6 minutes left to kind of answer any questions, thoughts, anything that's coming to mind, anything that anybody wants to talk about. This is kind of the next 5-6 minutes are kind of free open space. And for anybody that hasn't, just to finish off, anybody hasn't read my paper on light philosophy, I've published a Medium article on that. The title of it is We Are Light. And that can be found on Medium. And it's also available to the link from our website. And our website is wearelight.one. So feel free to read that at your leisure. So I'm going to get out of this screen share. Then we can kind of see people's faces again. So yeah, excited to have open space. Any thoughts, ideas, comments, questions? Don't be shy.
Do we just speak up or we type?
Yeah, please.
I just wanted to ask if the tokens are mintable or if there's a finite amount of tokens when you're collecting.
So we're not on the blockchain yet. As of this moment, we're tracking on our own internal database. And in the near future, when we do launch on the blockchain, then, you know, we'd be minting them and we'd airdrop them to the wallet that we, you know, that you have. Yeah, so that's the plan.
Okay. Well, if you need to be on the blockchain, give me a holler.
If what, sorry?
If you need it on the blockchain, give me a holler.
Yeah, we are planning on being on the block 100%. We're a DAO, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the works now, Jeremy.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I think Hannah asked about how do we join masterminds? I would be really curious about that too.
We're going to be putting something out, like I said, very soon about the open masterminds. Okay. In the meantime, what you can do is contact the people who are running the mastermind, or you can just even contact me. So was that Tony? Who asked that question?
That's right. It was Tony, and I was also reading the comments from Hannah, who also asked in chat
yeah,
as well.
you know, what ones are you in? But anyways, you can just, like I said, contact the people who are leading that or contact me. Okay. So.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And Lisa,
Okay,
you had asked me a question. What's the best way to reach out? Did you want to ask something in particular about something, or? We can't hear you. You're not on mute, but we still can't hear you.
Okay, is it better?
Yes, now we can.
Yeah. Yeah, I just talked to Ruby about it.
Okay.
I think I gave her the answer.
Okay.
By DM. Yeah. Well, if we have 2 minutes left, I just want to comment, you know, Kaya mentioned that one of the things we're going to start to do is potentially live stream, you know, our actual live salons. So in San Francisco, we professionally recorded the last couple. The reason is because we really had, like, you know, very high powered, really interesting topics. So we're going to be putting that out, available for you to access the replay. All right. What I would love feedback from you on, because, you know, most people think, oh, you know, most people don't listen to replays, right? You know, everybody's so busy already. Like, who has the time to listen to a 30 minutes or 45 minutes replay? So I would love your feedback on that. All right. Because what we found with one of them, my guest speaker put it out on his YouTube, and he got like over 100 views within a week or two. All right. So that means like people were really interested in it. It was called, and you know, these topics are all really interesting for anybody who wants to keep up with the latest in AI. That was called AGI, A Renaissance for Humanity. You know, because most people think AGI is going to kill off people, right? Is going to kill off the population. So it's these kind of topics. Again, I would love to hear your feedback. Those are topics you're interested in. And that, did you actually find it to be valuable to actually watch the replay? Because if you do, then we'll start doing more of it and we'll start doing the other chapters also. All right. So all these type of things, we want to make sure it's something that really is of value for you and that benefits you. Okay, so Payam, 6 o'clock now. So
Yeah. Any last questions, comments, things that anybody wants to discuss? Isaac, thank you, brother, for the comment. Much love. Thank you, everyone. So we'll start saying our goodbyes. I'll stay on for an extra minute or two if anyone wants to like spend a quality minute or two.
Thank you, everybody. Beautiful to see
Thank
you
you guys so
all.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Super appreciate everybody. Much love, guys.
Yeah, so Tony, I'm looking
Thank
for the
you.
next level of your, after you guys get the feedback, right, from the tests you've been going. Because I've been talking to people for
Absolutely.
you. So I got them lined up, ready to go.
Amazing, Ruby. Thank you so much. We'd love to connect with you one-on-one as a follow-up too, and with Payam too, to schedule the Light DAO follow-up event in Puerto Rico. On all of it. Really excited.
Let me
Yeah, because
let me get like you and maybe Dave on I think Dave has space and he mentioned that, so we can coordinate, I think, even with Dave.
Awesome.
Be a
Yep.
host.
Ali Jamal mentioned, I don't know if Ali, if you're still on the call, but Ali mentioned he'd be very interested in at least contributing a portion of his efforts to being able to help us drive it.
Awesome.
That's great.
Be
Maybe
great.
we get me, you, Ali Jamal, and Dave on a group call.
Yep, absolutely. I think that'd be amazing.
Awesome, brother.
Okay, great.
Elliot says he's got an entrepreneur that might
Thank
be
you.
good. Okay, amazing.